Good day everyone, and our topic for this day is about factoring trinomials ax squared plus bx plus c. Our objective is to factor the quadratic trinomial ax squared plus bx plus c where a is greater than 1. In this topic, students are expected to have knowledge and skills in addition and multiplication of integers and FOIL method, or any method for multiplying two binomials. This will be used in verifying if our answers are correct. To proceed with this, let us define first what is factoring. When we say factoring, it is the process of finding factors. It is the inverse of multiplication. When we have this trinomial ax squared plus bx plus c, ax squared will be our first term, bx is the middle term, and c is the constant term or the last term. Sa pagpo-factor, we are looking for two binomials na kapag pinag-multiply itong dalawang binomials na ito, ang magiging sagot ay yung nasa given natin. And for our today's topic, we are going to use the TAE or trial and error. We have reminders. If the constant term of the given trinomial is positive, the constant term of the binomials have the same signs as the middle term. Kung ang last term mo ay positive, therefore same signs tayo ng middle term, which is yun ang inalagay natin sa factors. And kapag negative, the constant terms of the binomials have opposite signs or different signs. Isang plus at isang minus. Sa trial and error, we are going to test all the possible factors ng given trinomial natin by getting the sum of the products ng inner terms at ng outer terms. Example, we have quantity m plus n times the quantity of p plus q. Ang inner terms natin ay yung n and yung p. Get its product, we will have np. And then the outer terms, we have m and q, mq. Get the sum of the two terms, and we will have np plus mq. Ang makukuha dapat natin dito ay magiging parehas dapat doon sa ating middle term, which is yung nasa bx. And paulit-ulit natin itong gagamitin hanggang sa makuha natin yung kaparehas na middle term. To understand more about this, let us have our first example. Factor 2x squared plus 7x plus 6. First, list all the factors of the first term. Our first term here is 2x squared. And hanap tayo ng dalawang factors sa kapag pinag-multiply ang sagot is 2x squared. We have 2x and x. Meron pa ba tayong factors ng 2x squared? Wala na. Next, list all the factors of the last term. Our last term is 6. Okay? So, factors natin, we have 1 times 6 equals 6. And we have 3 times 2 equals 6. Meron ba tayong factors ng 6? Wala na. Next step is to list all the possible factors. To list all the possible factors, pagsasamahin natin ang lahat ng factors ng first terms natin, which is 2x and x, and then yung factors ng last term. So, the first possible factors that we will have is 2x plus 1 and x plus 6. Yung 2x and yung x ay nanggaling sa first term, and then yung 1 and yung 6 ay nanggaling dun sa first factors ng 6. Next, kunin naman natin yung isang possible factor by using again the first term, and babalik na rin natin yung 1 and 6. Magiging quantity 2x plus 6 and quantity x plus 1. Next, tapos na tayo sa 1 and 6. Gamitin naman natin yung 3 and 2. So, the next possible factor is 2x plus 3 and x plus 2. Again, nanggaling yung 2x and yung x doon sa first term. And yung 3 at yung 2 ay galing doon sa second factors ng 6. Next, gamitin mo ulit yung first term and kabaliktaran naman ng 3 and 2. So, we have quantity x plus 2 times the quantity of x plus 3. Next, after listing all the possible factors, we will use the trial and error. We are going to test all these possible factors na dapat makukuha natin yung tamang factors ng given natin. Next is to get the sum of the inner and outer products. Uunahin natin ang 2x plus 1 and x plus 6. Okay, get the inner product. 1 times x equals 1x. 2x times 6 equals 12x. Kunin mo yung sum ng dalawa. So, we will have 13x. Once na nakuha mo na ang sum, dapat yun ay magiging parehas ng nasa middle term. Kapag hindi pa yun kaparehas sa middle term, ibig sabihin yung factors natin ay hindi pa siya yung sagot. Okay, since we have 13x and it is different from the middle term, ibig sabihin, hindi siya factor ng given natin. Next, try 2x plus 6 and x plus 1 na nandito. Okay, so get the inner product. 6 times x, we have 6x. 2x times 1, we have 2x. At the two terms, we have 6x plus 2x equals 8x. Parehas ba siya sa middle term? Hindi pa. Okay, so hindi siya parehas. So therefore, hindi siya factors ng given natin. Next, let us try 2x plus 3 and x plus 2. The inner product is 3x and the outer product is 4x. Get the sum and you will have 7x. This time, parehas na siya dun sa ating middle term. So therefore, ito na yung kukunin nating factors. And yung isang remaining factors na sulat natin kanina ay hindi na siya kailangan pang isolve. Therefore, 2x squared plus 7x plus 6 is equal to quantity 2x plus 3 times the quantity of x plus 2. Let us check if our answers are correct by using the FOIL method. We have first terms. We have 2x times x equals 2x squared. Outer terms, 2x times 2 equals 4x. Then inner terms, 3x. And the last term, we have 3 times 2 equals 6. Combining like terms, we have 4x plus 3x. So the final answer is 2x squared plus 7x plus 6. Ito ba'y parehas na doon sa given natin? Okay? So it is the same. So we prove that our answers are correct. The GCF is 2. That means those three numbers are divisible by 2. Okay, so we have 2 and then yung GCF natin na yon ay i-divide natin sa kada terms para ma-factor natin ito ng completely. So 6x squared divided by 2, so we have 3x squared, and then 34x divided by 2, we have 17x. And then positive 40 divided by 2, we have positive 20. So, ang kailangan natin i-factor na ngayon ay yung 3x squared minus 17x plus 20. To factor this, let us have this. List all the factors of the first term. Here, our first term would be 3x squared. And then, the factors of it is 3x and x. Next, list all the factors of the last term. The last term here is 20. Pero ang gagamitin nating factors kay 20 ay depende sa signs natin. Since ang last term natin is positive, therefore, same signs. Okay? Same signs tayo ng middle term. And since ang middle term natin is a minus, therefore, we are going to list all the factors ng 20 na pare-parehas na negative. Dahil yun ang sign ni middle term. So, we have negative 1 times negative 20. Well, negative times negative equals positive. Okay, so negative 1 times negative 20, it is still positive 20. Next, negative 10 times negative 2. And then, last is negative 5 times negative 4. So, lahat yan, kapag pinag-multiply natin yan, okay, ang may isagot is positive 20. Next step is to list all the possible factors. Again, sa paglilist ng possible factors, we are going to distribute the factors of the first term doon sa factors ng last term. So, first, we have 3x minus 1 and x minus 20. Okay? So, kinuha muna natin ang 3x and x and yung negative 1 and negative 20. Next, kunin natin yung kabaliktaran. We have 3x minus 20 and x minus 1. Binaliktad natin ang 20 at ang 1. Next, we have 3x minus 10 and x minus 2. Nanggaling naman siya doon sa second factors ng 20. And then, baliktarin natin, we have 3x minus 2 and x minus 10. Next, we have 3x minus 5 and x minus 4. Again, nanggaling ito dun sa third factors ng 20. And then, yung kabaliktaran niya, 3x minus 4 and x minus 5. After listing all the possible factors, we will get the sum and product of the inner products. So, for our first possible factors, here, we will have inner terms, negative 1 times x equals negative x, and then 3x times negative 20, we have negative 60x. Get the sum, we will have negative 61x. Ngayon, parehas ba siya dun sa middle term natin? Hindi pa. So, ibig sabihin, these are not the factors of the given. Next, let us try 3x minus 20 and x minus 1. And the inner and outer products, negative 20 times x, we will have negative 20x. 3x times negative 1 is equal to negative 3x. Get the sum of the two terms, we have negative 20x. Still, hindi pa rin siya ang factors. Next, we have 3x minus 10 and x minus 3. The inner and outer products, we have negative 10x plus negative 6x, we have negative 16x. Still, hindi pa rin siya parehas dun sa ating middle term na 17, na negative 17x. Next, we have 3x minus 5 and x minus 4. Okay, so yung na-complete na natin, yun ay parehas na dun sa ating middle term. So, therefore, this would be our factors. Yung ibang remaining factors natin ay pwede na nating hindi isolve. So, therefore, 6x squared minus 34x plus 40 is equal to 2 times the quantity of 3x minus 5 and quantity x minus 4. Checking is left to the viewer. Exams, babalik na rin natin yung isa. Yung isa ay positive 2 at yung isa naman ay negative 3. So, next is list all the possible factors by distributing the factors of the first terms and yung last terms natin, factors ng last term. So, we have 5x minus 1 and x plus 6. Muna siya dito. Okay, and then, next, baliktarin naman natin yung numbers, 5x plus 6 and x minus 1. So, we are done here. So, next we have 1 and negative 6. So, we have 5x plus 1 and x minus 6. And then, next yung kabaliktaran naman niya, we have 5x minus 6 and x plus 1. Tapos na tayo sa second factors. So, next, we have negative 2 and positive 3. Okay, and then, kabaliktaran naman niya, gamit pa rin ang first terms natin. We have 5x plus 3 and x minus 2. So, next set of factor, we have 2 and negative 3 as 5x plus 2 and x minus 3 and 5x minus 3 times x plus 2. Next, get the sum of the inner and outer products. So, we have negative x plus 30x equals 29x. Tagmula siya dito at dito. Okay? Nung inad yan, ang nakuha natin is 29x. So, hindi siya parehas dun sa middle term natin, which is yung ginawa natin kanina. So, therefore, hindi siya yung factor. Next, 6x plus negative 5x is equal to positive 1x. Ito ay positive kasi ayun ang sign ng pinakamataas na number. Still, hindi siya parehas sa middle term. Next, we have negative 1x plus negative 30x is equal to negative 29x. Nagmula siya dito and dito. Okay, so hindi pa rin siya parehas sa middle term. Therefore, this is not the factors that we are looking for. Next, we have negative 6x plus 5x is equal to negative 1x. Still, hindi pa rin siya parehas sa middle term. And next, we have negative 2x plus 5x is equal to 13x. Okay, hindi pa rin siya parehas. And then, 3x here, to siya. And 5x times negative 2, we have negative x, is the same now with our middle term. So, ito yung hinahanap natin na factors. So, yung hindi pa natin na-solve na factors, kaya pwede nyo na yung i-disregard. Okay? So, meron tayong makikita dito na 7x, pero hindi siya parehas ng sign doon sa middle term. So, ibig sabihin, ang kukunin pa rin natin is quantity x plus 3 and x minus 2. Therefore, the final answer is quantity x plus 3 and x minus 2. Example number 4. Factor 10x squared plus 13x minus 3. As you observed from our given, our constant term is negative. So, we expect isang plus at isang minus dun sa factors. So, first term is 10x squared. Get the factors of it, we will have 10x and then x or 1x. And then we have also 5x and 2x. Meron pa ba tayong dalawang terms na kapag pinag-multiply ang sagot is 10x squared? Wala na. So, we will proceed to factors ng last term, which is negative 3. We have positive and negative here because it is a negative. So, we have negative 1 and positive 3. And we have also positive 1 and negative 3. Meron pa ba tayong numbers na kapag pinag-multiply ang sagot is a negative 3? Kung wala na, we will proceed to the next step by listing all the possible factors ng trinomials natin by distributing the factors ng first term dun sa factors ng last term. So, first, we will use the 10x and x and negative 1 and 3. So, we have quantity 10x minus 1 and quantity x plus 3. Next, gamitin naman natin uli ang 10x and x. And yung kabaliktaran neto, So we have 10x plus 3 and x minus 1. So nagkapalit na position ang negative 1 and positive 3. Next, kunin naman natin yung 10x and x and yung 1 and negative 3. So we have 10x plus 1 and x minus 3. Next, kunin natin din yung kabaliktaran ng constants. So we have 10x and negative 3 and positive and x plus 1. So tapos na tayo dun sa first factors ng first term. Next, we will use now the 5x and 2x. We will distribute this to the factors ng last term. We have 5x minus 1 and 2x plus 3. And then, we have 5x plus 3 and 2x minus 1. Nagkapalit ito at ito. And then, next is 5x plus 1. Mula yan dito sa 1 and negative 3 and 5x and 2x. And then, yung kabaliktaran ng constant terms natin. So, we have 5x minus 3 and 2x plus 1. So, after listing all the possible factors ng trinomial natin, we will proceed to getting the sum of the inner and outer products. And dapat yung sum na yon ay magiging parehas dun sa ating middle term. So, we have negative x plus 30x equals 29x. Nagmula sa negative 1 times x and 10x times positive 3. And hindi siya parehas dun sa ating middle term. So, therefore, this is not the factors na gagamitin natin. Next, we have 3x plus negative 10x is equal to negative 7x. Still, hindi pa rin siya parehas sa middle term. Next, we have 1x plus negative 30x is equal to negative 29x. Still, yung negative 29x ay hindi siya parehas dun sa ating middle term. So, therefore, hindi siya yung factors. Next, we have negative 3x plus 10x is equal to 7x. Still, hindi pa rin siya parehas sa middle term. Next, we have negative 2x plus 15x. Yung negative 2x ay mula doon sa negative 1 times positive 2x and 5x times positive 3. And fortunately, parehas na siya doon sa ating middle term. So, therefore, yung iba nating remaining factors ay pwede nyo na hindi yan isolve. Okay? Therefore, the final answer is quantity 5x minus 1 times the quantity of 2x plus 3. So, this time, we will have our practice. I do hope na meron kayo natutunan sa lesson natin about factoring trinomials ax squared plus bx plus c where a is greater than 1. For our practice, factor the following trinomials. Pause this video for 10 minutes to solve this practice. And here are the answers. And I am expecting na inyong mga sagot ay tama. To end this video, I want to share one quote from Aristotle. Unexamined life is not worth living. Thank you and God bless.